Good evening, I'm Carmine Jumay.
And I'm Trish Close. Thank you for joining us tonight. We start tonight's newscast with News 10's First Alert Fire coverage. You probably saw the smoke. Crews just put out a wildfire burning off Griffin Creek Road in Medford. This is a live look right now from our Mount Baldy Skycam. You can see the smoke is thinning out tonight. We're hearing information crews have knocked this fire out. But we want to show you, this is what it looked like at the height of this fire. Heavy smoke. Again, this is on the 4,000 block of Griffin Creek Road. If you squint, you can probably see a helicopter dropping some water on this fire. Now, I just got off the phone a little bit ago with Medford Fire Department. This fire has been knocked down at 4 acres. Crews from Medford, Jacksonville, Fire District 5, and Oregon Department of Forestry responded. A couple of ODF helicopters assisted. As I just mentioned, you can probably see it in that video. Those helicopters have since been sent home. Now, ground crews were able to get this fire stopped at 4 acres. No homes were damaged. There does appear to be an outbuilding that was burned. Crews are still assessing that damage, though. They're not quite sure everything that's been damaged from this fire. It was burning in brush, heavy brush and oak trees, and crews say the dangerous part of this fire, it was spreading really fast when they arrived, as you can imagine, heading up the hill toward those homes. Again, they were able to put it out and stop it at 4 acres. Now, we sent News 10's Shelby Riley to the scene minutes after we heard about this fire. She's joining us live on the phone right now. Shelby, the battalion chief I spoke to says traffic on Griffin Creek right now is a mess. What are you seeing?
Yeah, Trish, when I first got here, traffic was definitely a mess. So they had us backed up along the road, not moving. I probably didn't move for about 5 minutes or so. But then eventually they had us just pull over. They had me pull over, I should say, to the side of the road. We were able to get a clear view of the smoke. But in the 45 minutes or so that I've been here, I got here a little after 4. It has cleared up immensely. They have that side of the road completely opened back. They actually had me move to a different part of the road so I was no longer in the way since they were reopening the road. But yes, when I first got here, it was a mess. Traffic was backed up. But since then, it was down to 1 lane. But since then, they have reopened that side of the road. You were able to see the smoke pretty well, though, from the side of the road at the point where I was standing, and all of the fire engines. But again, in that 45, 50-minute time span that I was on that side of the road, 4 or 5 or so fire engines and crew members were actually returning. As you had mentioned, the fire had been knocked down. So just in that little bit of time, it seemed to have knocked down and the smoke thinned out pretty quickly.
And Shelby, what are you seeing in this particular area? Are there a lot of homes in this area?
You know, there are, and I haven't been to this area before of Medford, but there are a lot of homes. They are relatively spaced out. I'm actually parked down a driveway or so, and there's actually cows and other livestock here as well. Lots of big patches of grass and debris, things that would easily catch on fire. So I definitely see the concern, but there are a lot of homes down Griffin Creek Road that are, for the most part, seem pretty spread out. But yes, definitely a heavily populated area.
All right, Shelby Riley. Shelby's going to stay out there for us. Hopefully get her live tonight at 6 o'clock with an update on that fire. Shelby Riley, thank you. Let's take a live look again at this fire. This is from our Mount Baldy Skycam. As you can see, smoky, but not as heavy as it was earlier when this fire started. The smoke's pretty much gone at this point. Now, again, we're hearing information. Crews have knocked this fire down. They've stopped it at 4 acres. Crews will be out on the scene well after dark, I'm told, and through the night to make sure it's completely out. They do this so no hot spots reignite. Again, this is in heavy brush, a lot of oak trees, a lot of brush out there. And so they want to make sure they stay out there so this fire does not reignite on them and they have to get called back out there because, as we all know, very dry out there and this fire could rip if possible. They are asking people to stay out of that area. As you heard from Shelby, a lot of traffic on Griffin Creek Road. So for the safety of you and for those fire crews working to put this fire out, please avoid this area if at all possible. And for the latest developments on this fire, you can always head to ktvl.com and just look under the News tab, click News 10 First Alert Fire.